A race that will be remembered for its intense competition, dramatic moments, and a spectacular victory for one of Formula One's greatest drivers, Lewis Hamilton. In a race that captivated the hearts of fans worldwide, this victory not only marked Hamilton's triumphant return to the top step of the podium, but also etched his name in the history books as the first F1 driver to win at any track 9 times. With this win, Hamilton extended his all-time record to an astounding 104 victories. His previous win came at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix in December 2021, a season where he narrowly missed out on the championship to Red Bull's Verstappen. Reflecting on his journey since then, Hamilton shared his thoughts, saying, "You've got to continue to dig deep even when you are feeling the bottom of the barrel. My fans around the world have been so supportive." The British Grand Prix victory was particularly poignant for Hamilton as it was his final race at Silverstone with Mercedes, before his much-anticipated move to Ferrari next year. Emotions ran high as Hamilton expressed his gratitude to his team, saying, "This is my last race here with this team, so I wanted to win this so much for them because I love them and I appreciate them so much. There's just no greater feeling than to finish at the front here." The initial laps saw Russell and Hamilton get away cleanly, while Verstappen made a swift move to overtake Norris. The race dynamics shifted dramatically when rain started falling about 25 minutes into the race, making the 5.9-kilometer Silverstone track increasingly treacherous. Amidst the challenging conditions, Hamilton's race progressed. Strategic pit stops for new tires became crucial. Both Mercedes cars, along with Verstappen and Norris, pitted shortly after the halfway point of the race. However, McLaren's strategy faltered as they kept Oscar Piastri out a little longer, which ultimately cost him a chance at victory. Changes with just over 10 laps remaining proved to be pivotal. Verstappen, Hamilton, and Norris made quick changes, but McLaren took too long on Norris' rear's 4.5 seconds, and he came out 2.4 seconds behind race leader Hamilton, with Verstappen now making up ground fast. Despite Verstappen's relentless pursuit, he couldn't close the gap, and Hamilton's skillful driving secured the win to the delight of the 164,000 fans in attendance. Moments after crossing the line, Hamilton jumped into the arms of his mechanics and shared a long hug with his father, reveling in the euphoria of his home victory. Carrying a British flag, he jumped over a crash barrier and held it aloft, soaking in the applause from the adoring crowd. Addressing the crowd, an emotional Hamilton said, "I can see you lap by lap. There's just no greater feeling." His victory at Silverstone made it 6 different winners in the season so far, a stark contrast to the dominance seen in previous years. Although Verstappen is not winning as much, he continues to extend his lead in the championship standings. Verstappen currently holds an 84-point lead over Norris, with Charles Leclerc in 3rd place. Despite collecting 25 points for his win, Hamilton sits 8th overall in the standings. McLaren's misstep cost Norris valuable time, but he still managed to secure 3rd place, ahead of teammate Oscar Piastri. Carlos Sainz Jr. finished the race in 5th for Ferrari, followed by Haas driver Nico Hülkenberg. The Aston Martin duo of Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso secured 7th and 8th places, respectively, with Alex Albon of Williams and Yuki Tsunoda of AlphaTauri rounding out the top 10. It was a tough day for some of the other big names on the grid. Sergio Perez, starting from the pit lane due to multiple part changes on his car, finished a disappointing 17th. Charles Leclerc, who started 11th, managed only 14th place. Let's dive deeper into the key moments and strategies that defined this incredible race. Getaway and immediately put pressure on his teammate. The British fans were on the edge of their seats, knowing that their home hero was in a strong position to fight for the win. The final stint of the race saw intense battles on track. With just over 10 laps remaining, the leaders made their final pit stops. Verstappen, known for his aggressive driving, pushed hard to close the gap. However, Hamilton's experience and skill allowed him to defend his lead effectively. The final laps were a masterclass in defensive driving from Hamilton, who held his nerve to secure a memorable victory. And addressing the adoring crowd were emotional and unforgettable. Let's take a closer look at the impact of this race on the championship standings. Despite not winning as frequently as in previous seasons, Verstappen continues to extend his lead. His consistency has kept him ahead in the title race, with Norris now emerging as his closest rival. Leclerc, in third place, remains in the hunt, but the gap to Verstappen is significant. For Hamilton, the win at Silverstone boosts his points tally, but he remains 8th in the standings. This victory, however, is more about the emotional and psychological boost it provides. After a challenging period, standing on the top step of the podium again will be a huge confidence boost for the 7-time world champion. In addition to the excitement on the track, the British Grand Prix also showcased the passion and dedication of the fans. The atmosphere at Silverstone was electric, with 164,000 spectators cheering on their favorite drivers. The British fans are known for their unwavering support, and their presence added to the spectacle of the race. The sight of Hamilton celebrating his victory with the home crowd, waving the British flag, was a poignant moment that will be remembered for years to come. As we celebrate this victory, we also look forward to the remaining races of the season, anticipating more thrilling battles and unforgettable moments. Thank you for joining us for this comprehensive recap of the British Grand Prix. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting Formula One content. Until next time, race fans, stay tuned and keep the passion for motorsport alive.